What's up, everybody? I'm Greg Miller. Travis Willingham is here to talk about being Reggie in Infamous Second Son and a whole bunch of voices in animes I can't pronounce. But first, airplanes want you to have a VR headset. Ghostbusters might be going to high school. This is Up at Noon. It's the news you care about with your new panel of expert.
Yeah, expert.
Marty, it's Marty, the best beer in the business, Marty Sleva.
Thanks, Greg.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I'm glad to be here.
We go through the news here.
Yeah.
We talk about it. Brian's in TGS. Nick Scarpino said he had to run the camera, but all he's done is drink Starbucks back there. Top story, straight out of TGS, Marty.
Yeah.
There's a Metal Gear collection coming out.
Yeah, I was excited for this.
A clothing collection.
Nope.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't super excited when they said Metal Gear Collection 2014.
Sure.
Because I was just like, how many goddamn Metal Gear collections do there need to be?
Yeah, we've had so many of them. I was a little bit excited. I was like, maybe they'll come out on, they'll have every game on PS4.
Yeah.
A tease of Phantom Pain.
Okay, there you go.
That didn't happen though.
No, nothing.
No.
It's t-shirts and it's accessories and it's shoes. And
Yeah.
and guess what? There's Foxhound badges on them.
Yeah, that's.
And Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know who's. Would you wear this? I don't think I would wear this.
Now, I see you want to jump to the conclusion. No, I wouldn't. But I do have a Metal Gear raincoat I wear every time it rains. It looks awesome.
Wait, is it like the raincoat from Sons of Liberty?
No, it's not like the poncho.
Oh,
when I put it on, or when I take it off at the office, I do throw it sometimes.
You always have a wind machine just blowing it
exactly.
off the
I
bridge?
Stealth camo and I jump off. No, it's a Peace Walker. It's a Peace Walker.
Okay,
raincoat.
well, that's cool.
It's nice.
Yeah.
So then my question, Marty. Are you going to buy any of this collection of clothing?
Absolutely not.
Why not? What? You know what? If they have something cool? We don't know.
Well, I don't think they're. So you see how I'm dressed now. This is pretty much how I dress every day. It's like hobo chic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like chic like the Zelda character. Just hobo. Just
not like
a
Iron
nice-
Sheik either.
Yeah. Not like Iron Sheik.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I meant. Yeah. I dress like a hobo who found a Macy's gift card on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think the Metal Gear stuff is for me.
I'm with you. I don't need any more T-shirts with Metal Gear stuff on them. I have enough.
Yeah.
My question then becomes, what video game clothing would you buy? What could we sell you video game clothing wise?
What could you sell me?
And I'm thinking outside of the box. I don't mean just a Patapon T-shirt that's got Patapon on it.
Yeah. How many of those do you have?
I have a few.
I bet you, I bet you do.
I'm still waiting, Shu.
Yeah.
For a new Patapon.
Yeah. What? Okay, so something I would actually spend my legitimate money on?
Yeah. Here, I'll start you off.
Okay.
Mega Man pajamas.
Colin has those.
No, but I mean like a full-on blue bomber, zip up, you pull up the hoodie, you're in like the onesie.
I could do that.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Greg Atlas is ready to kickstart it, everybody.
Mega Man pajamas, I like that. I like Vincent's suit from Catherine. Remember Catherine?
Yeah.
That's a
I
real
remember
thing.
Catherine.
Yeah.
How can I forget Catherine?
Yeah. Which
Great
one?
game.
Catherine with a C or Catherine with a K?
Catherine with a C.
What about Catherine with a Q? That was DLC.
The DLC, Catherine with a Q?
That one got weird.
So you just want a suit?
I just kind of want a suit, or like the Phoenix Wright suit. That one was blue.
Yeah, but these suits exist, they're just suits.
Yeah. Well, blue pajamas exist. Blue robot pajamas.
Not like this with the helmet and you have the blaster arm on one thing too.
Why would you want to be sleeping with a blaster arm?
Soften the punches I throw in the night. I roll around a lot, punching Portillo. He's getting knocked around.
That's amazing. So wait, what Mega Man really? That's
What else could there be? What else would we want?
You want to dress up like Mario Luigi? Or Waluigi?
See, those are out. I'm not talking about cosplay.
Okay.
I'm talking about clothes we would wear in everyday life. I would wear Mega Man pajamas once in a while. Once in a while, not every day.
Yeah, just when you're
special
feeling
occasion.
frisky.
Yeah, on anniversaries and such.
Anniversaries and such.
Okay, next big news story here.
I'm excited.
I don't know if you know this. Ghostbusters is turning 30.
Ooh.
It's all over the news. They got the Krispy Kreme donuts. One person likes Ghostbusters. Thank you. They've been kicking around Ghostbusters 3 and/or reboot forever.
Yeah.
They had the news story out a while. Maybe Sony's thinking now of not having anybody back and just having it be all girls and doing all this different stuff. Dan Aykroyd got interviewed. And when I think of Ghostbuster news, I think of the Belfast Telegraph. And they luckily had this scoop of Mr. Aykroyd. How can I not get Dan Aykroyd on Up at Noon? Belfast Telegraph is like, what do you think of
Yeah.
He says, my whole thinking on Ghostbusters now is it's beyond just a sequel, a prequel, another movie, another TV show. I'm thinking now, what does the whole brand mean to Sony? What does Star Wars mean to Disney? What does Marvel mean to Fox? What's the totality of it? What's the mythology from the beginning of their lives to the end of their lives? Ghostbusters at 9 years old. Ghostbusters in high school. Thank you, crowd. Marty, I imagine I'm one of the biggest Ghostbuster fans you know.
Absolutely.
At first, I was with them.
Yeah.
Oh, what does Star Wars mean to Disney? What does Marvel mean? And I was thinking, we're gonna finally see the franchises
Yeah.
that the third video game was supposed to be the third movie canonical, and then we're supposed to go out and have all the different franchises all around. But then he's like going backwards.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't need to see a young Venkman in college.
Yeah. Well, so he starts, like you said, he starts at a good place, but
Yeah.
then he goes on this weird, like, Kanye West rant, and he completely loses the focus of the topic,
Right.
and then he's just talking about this expanded universe that no one wants this expanded universe. This is
Yeah.
not a thing. Like, everyone likes Ghostbusters 1. Some people like Ghostbusters 2.
I don't love Ghostbusters 2, but I like it fine.
Some people like that Ghostbusters game that wasn't very good.
8.0 IGN.com.
We were just talking about Star Fox Adventures. If you want to see a bad score,
That's the one to look for.
9.0.
But I mean, see, an expanded universe makes sense. They always talk about the fact that the no ghost symbol for a while was just below Coke in terms of I don't know where they did this data.
Sure.
I don't know who they're talking to in Somalia. Like,
Yeah.
which one do you know? Like, I know Coke. What? They said around the world. I'm just saying, how do you possibly get statistics
But
like
maybe
that?
they actually just have the ghost zones. Like, there's actually ghosts in Somalia. So,
Oh, yeah.
there's no ghosts here, so you can go here, so it's fine. Yeah.
I like the idea of doing different stuff and have they already have comics and whatever, but they still are hung up in the Extreme Ghostbusters expanded the mythos. There's different things to do here.
The mythos.
The mythos of Ghostbusters.
So, I mean, my thing is, do people care about Ghostbusters anymore? Like,
Yeah.
do people outside of this room care about Ghostbusters anymore?
Yes, they do.
I don't know if they do.
The Krispy Kreme donuts. If they're getting new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, people care about Ghostbusters.
Sure. But is that what you want? Do you want like a...
No, I don't want any of this.
Yeah.
I want it to stop. I liked it better. I'm the hipster Ghostbusters fan.
Sure.
I'm like, no, I liked it before it was cool.
Although the one thing I do like out of this, like, I would love an all-female Ghostbusters cast.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
think
great.
it'd cool.
If they expand and go do something, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too. I've already lost. I've known for a while they're making another one.
Yeah.
I'm always like, don't make it 3. They're like, we're working on a script for 3.
Yeah.
Venkman might be a ghost, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, stop talking right now.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if you're gonna make one, make it new. Don't make it Ghostbusters in high school.
Sure. I think that's as much as I love these new Marvel movies, this whole expanded universe thing is going to be kind of shoehorned into everything. It's going to ruin everything.
Kind of like how we made the IGN cinematic universe the other day.
We did, which was so good.
And now we just pulled it into this too.
What up, Semmel?
Semmel. You have to watch Podcast Beyond, and then Game Scoop, and then this makes sense too.
God.
We're really bad at online content.
Not great.
Final story of the week.
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah.
Airbus has filed a patent for a VR helmet that will help you forget you're on an airplane.
So at first I thought you said Air Buds.
Airbud,
Okay.
the
yeah,
dog.
The dog.
You know, a lot of people said, what is he going to do with all that money he made in the NBA championship? Now he's doing Kickstarters and starting up.
Also, he died in 1997.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
The Airbus patent filing claims to reduce passenger boredom by proposing a headset that offers, quote, sensorial isolation with regard to external environment. Passengers could be more deeply immersed in already existing in-flight entertainment options such as movies and music, thanks to a pair of embedded headphones and visual seam-through, that's what it says, optoelectronic screen or image diffusion glasses.
How many Quaaludes was the person on who wrote that? Like, that is like nonsense talk.
I refuse to touch the blankets that come on airplanes, let alone this thing some guy just had his sweaty ass head in on his way from
Also,
JFK. Sure.
Can you imagine, the unfortunate, circumstance where a plane goes down and all you find is thousands of charred bodies inside of these shame helmets. Like, is that he died as he lived inside of a shame helmet?
Yeah. There are mini airbags in it though for turbulence. For turbulence. So when you're in turbulence.
Why does any of this exist? Flying is this magical creation where you can get from one place to another in this magic flying car that's incredible. Like 100 years ago, this was unfathomable.
Yeah, nobody could think this.
No one could think of this. And now everyone's like, well, the hour flight is too much. What am I going to do? I have the 1,000 devices in my pockets with all of human history in them.
And my thing is always like, think about how horribly jarring it's going to be, because you figure right now when you're on Virgin America and you watch the live TV, immediately get the bing and then poof, and it's way louder. Way louder than everything else.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we just want to let you know you can get a Virgin American credit card right. I'm like, get the off. What's happening in the game? I don't care. Like, you're going to be in the middle of this cinematic experience. Like, yeah, and it's like 50 people on the plane having the same shared experience. Airbags are going off. They're popping around.
Also, someone's going to suffocate if an airbag goes off inside of this little contained area. But also,
I don't know if it covers your mouth.
That's how airbags work.
You're not putting on a giant. You're like Mysterio in the Marvel universe.
this isn't a real thing yet. You don't know how it's going to work.
You're
Also, how many just awful gropings is this going to lead to? Like you're walking down the aisle, I'd touch someone's junk. Yeah, I'd touch. No, groping, like a junk touch.
I was saying other things can happen other than the junk touch.
Okay. You gave me like a weird French accent.
Junk touch.
The junk touch.
The junk touch.
Yeah, I feel like these would only be like on the second stories, those really fancy planes. I've never been up there. Have you been up the second floor?
I haven't even seen those planes. I don't think they only exist in Jodie Foster movies. I don't even know where any of these fancy planes are.
The Accused.
Yeah, right.
A two-story
No,
plane.
that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one at all. Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, last week on Up at Noon, and the week before that, we talked to you about the Destiny Dance Party. Marty, I'm sure you remember this. We said, hey, everybody send in clips of you dancing like you dance in Destiny, and we'll send you a copy of the game. Then Destiny became the best-selling video game of all time, so no one danced because they're like, I don't need the game. So then we changed it and said, send in a clip of you dancing in Destiny. We'll give you a $60 GameStop gift card. Today's winner is Autumn Skies. Here it is.
That wizard came from the moon.
Not too bad, Autumn Skies. Thank you for being part of Up at Noon. Speaking of being part of Up at Noon, Greg Way, my next guest is going to be part of Up at Noon right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Infamous Second Son and a plethora of other voice acting roles. Put your hands together for Travis Willingham. Travis Willingham.
How are you, my friend?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm good. I'm loving your coffee mug.
My Ashley Johnson coffee mug?
Yeah.
That's her as a baby, naked.
Those are some curls.
She's being held by a shirtless man.
Yep.
And that's what Ashley Johnson used to do before she made it big on Growing Pains. And then later I saw on the Hub Network on Roseanne.
That's right.
She popped up on Roseanne.
I saw your tweet with the frozen DVR pause mark.
Yeah,
Yep.
I called it Ellie's backstory. Here's the thing about you, Travis Willingham. I didn't like you when I first met you.
Oh, is that right?
You were too tall. You were too tall and you had a chip on your shoulder because we didn't know how to pronounce your last name.
Williamson.
Yeah, that's what we put
Travis
up on IGN.
Williamson.
We'll show the B-roll here from E3. When you and Troy show up, like, oh, Infamous is happening. I'm like, cool, who's in there? Like, Troy. I'm like, I know Troy. And like, his best friend's in it too. And I'm like, who's that? And they're like, Travis Blam. And then they sat you down next to me and I was like, I don't know your name. Travis Willingham. Travis Willingham.
Willingham. Anything with a Willing in front of it.
You're going to be a big star after this, Travis, so it doesn't matter how you pronounce it.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, you could have even done like the British pronunciation and said like Willingham, and given me like the honor of that, but I got Williamson.
Yeah, well,
here I am,
that's
a
what
boy with stars in his eyes,
Yeah.
coming to Greg Miller.
Yeah.
Big day for me.
Yeah.
Couldn't even get my
It
name
was
right.
the Chiron that was wrong. We made a joke about it. We had a ha ha ha. But
That's
then
right.
Then Mike Pereira screwed up the Chiron, and that was the end of that.
And it was all over. I'm started to heal.
Good. I'm glad we could just rip the scab right off.
Yeah. And chew on it.
You're one of these guys who's in every video game ever.
Am I?
Yeah.
Right.
Nolan and Troy are out there, I think, sucking up all the spotlights and making a big deal about being in every game. But then you're right behind them, just like getting all the money and the checks.
No, I'm actually underneath him, just catching like the scraps. Just
No,
like,
what are you
thank
talking about? You're already having a big year. You're in Murder Soul Suspect.
Yeah.
You, of course, were Reggie in Infamous Second Son.
That's right.
You were another character in First Light whose name always forgets me. Sean?
Shane.
Steven?
Shane.
Skate?
Shane.
Shane. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
He was there. And then you're going to be Superman.
That's right.
Again, in
for
Lego
a second
Batman.
time. Oh, God, I love Superman.
I
And
love
you're
Superman
a Superboy fan too.
Yeah.
S on the chest.
DC Comics, that's what it's all about. Remember when Superboy debuted and they made cups that said, "Don't mess with the S," and it's like, that's the worst catchphase possible, but I'll buy it.
I know.
Because I need Superboy merch.
You gotta love the Superboy Superman.
So you do so much.
Well, we try to stay busy. We do what we can.
Yeah.
It was the second time coming back as Superman for Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham.
Yeah, Beyond.
Nobody
in the
I was
audience
waiting
cares
for it.
about
Nobody.
this show.
I know.
I've told you to talk more.
One more time. Do it one more time. Good morning.
Beyond. There we
There
go.
we are. They're alive. Thank God.
I'm telling you, they're all in awe of your wife.
I know. I can't compare to
No.
her. I just try and, collect some of the talent and radiance. Thank you, one person.
One big Travis Willingham fan in the
I
audience.
know. It's like,
Yeah, likes you a lot.
where'd Laura go?
So then, here's the thing too. This is the other problem I have with you.
Yeah.
You're too tall. You're too nice for sure. But then look at how you're built. You are an Adonis.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. Why?
This is one of those new inflatable shirts from Italy where you can just, and it just does the thing.
How does you seem like you should be on the football field. Like, how did you end up doing the voice acting?
Yeah, I did that a little bit in high school. I was I was a swimmer first and kind of shied away from like impact sports. Yeah. And then I was bigger than everybody else. I did the growth spurt thing. You had to have done it too because we're both part of the like 6'4" club.
Yeah, we're tall.
Yeah,
we're
we're tallish. We're tall freaks.
Yeah.
When you did your growth spurt, was it progressive over time, or was it like in one summer?
The problem I always had with the growth spurt and being a tall person is that I went to school with people who were as tall, if not taller than me.
Oh, man.
So forever I thought I was short.
Oh, you were catching up.
And then I went to, well, no, I was just the same, I was just pacing everybody.
Right.
But then I go to college and I'm way taller than people. And now I talk to people and I still feel smaller, but then I notice that I'm looking down at them.
Yeah.
You're one of the few people I look up at.
Yeah, I did 6 inches in one summer. It really hurt.
I do 6 inches every night.
Wow. Do I have enough makeup? I'm like red right here.
Okay, so you grew too fast to be a swimmer? What the hell is that
Well, no,
mean?
I grew really fast, and I wasn't used to. I was usually the person being picked on, and I never did the picking on. So I did the passive swimming sport, and then some football coach finally grabbed me and was like, "For the love of God, man, play some football."
Yeah.
And so I took it up a little bit, but abandoned it all at college. And in high school, I knew that I wanted to act and stuff, and that was always hard because most football coaches don't want you to do theater or sing. Don't sing Les Mis. That's weird. Thespian, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but I did have one really supportive coach that was like, you can either go into a career with athletics and blow both of your knees out and see what happens then, or you can be an actor and just have every career ever, depending on what you're working on. And I was like, that coach is an amazing bit of career advice.
So you went to college for acting?
I did. I went to TCU.
TCU?
Big 12 schools.
Horned Frogs.
Slap
I mean,
hands.
Mizzou, they left. They got out. There was a sinking ship.
I remember.
And then you guys showed up and were like, we'll plug the hole.
Hey, we'll do it.
Right, go get them.
I know.
No football fans in the audience.
Really? Nobody? No college
No,
football?
you'd be surprised. That's your wife!
I know.
That doesn't count as a
Go
real...
Horned Frogs! Thanks,
No.
Laura.
So then how did you fall into video games? How did that become the thing?
A lot of us, there was like a Texas crew, it was my wife Laura Bailey, Troy Baker. We were all at the same talent agent in Dallas. Laura and I kind of knew each other, but not really, and we didn't actually know Troy at all. All we knew of him was some headshot on a wall that had a lot of hair in front of the face. He was like
I'm so deep.
emo rock star.
I'm so deep.
Yeah, I remember seeing it being like, who's the guy that's just showing the one eye, doing this thing? But we did a lot of anime at Funimation Dallas, where we got our start doing Dragon Ball Z and Fullmetal Alchemist and stuff like that. And we came out to LA, and this is just kind of where we found ourselves gravitating towards. And we're big gamers, so it's like a.
Did y'all come out together like a Beverly Hillbillies like car?
No, I came first. I came first, plowed the road.
Sure.
Made all the mistakes. And then.
Sure, Laura, come here. Don't do this though.
Right. And then Laura came out later, and I wooed her, and paid her. Is what I mean, to be my wife. And then Troy came out later, and so we all just kind of rallied,
Nice.
Yeah, kindred spirits.
So then when you go to the cons, as you do, what do you get recognized the most for? Because you're too diverse. There's too much for you.
It's starting to change now. For a long time it was for, Roy Mustang and Fullmetal Alchemist and a lot of these characters that we kind of, grew up being known for, and now it's Superman and Lego Batman 3 or Thor and Avengers Assemble or some of these other shows that we've been really lucky to work on. I'm King Roland and Sophia the First, which is this Disney Junior show, right? It's like a little pre-K show, but you would be surprised at how many dads come up with their game copy of Second Son to sign, and they're like, "Will you sign this for my daughter?" Which is really, that's really cool because I grew up on Disney as well, so it's kind of like a little yay moment.
So then, was it weird for you to go do Second Son and have it be your face as Reggie?
We were told initially, they were like, I mean, it's gonna kind of look like you, but it's not really. We're gonna change it a lot. Mine kind of looked like a hybrid version of me and like Benjamin Bratt kind of together. Which I was like, hey, I
like that mix.
That makes it a lot hotter than normally would be. But then it just turned out that the face tech worked better if they made it closer to ours, and we were stoked about that.
Yeah. So now you can get even bigger checks.
Man, so much bigger.
I was Reggie in Second Son.
That's right. Look at this face. Give me money.
Yeah. Is that how it works?
No,
do you still have to audition? You've done so much now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've worked on some games, but there are still massive game companies that we're huge fans of. I mean, we have Laura's like the big RPGer in the house of like Skyrim she's in love with and Dragon Age and stuff like that. So we're always vying to be in the projects that we play a lot of ourselves. The Call of Duties for me, the first-person shooters, the GTAs and stuff like that. So we have to audition just like everybody else. We don't get any favors.
So then, were you a big DC comic book nerd before Lego Batman?
Yeah, DC first, Marvel later in life. When Superman died, I had to take a little break. It was like Superman died and then Batman got his back broke.
It was a rough time.
Man.
I remember when Superman died and they came in the black bag and you open it up and they had the armband.
Yeah.
I wore the armband to school because I made sure that I wanted everyone I went to never respect me. And never have anything to do with me as an adult.
I had the same thing.
So then, I mean, like, how do you walk into an audition and they're like, oh, you're trying not to be Superman?
Try not to be Superman?
You're trying out to be. Did they know that you're on a casting call for Superman?
Well, that was I mean, we show up and they have a list of characters, and sometimes it'll have the character name, and that was one of them. You're like, whoa, Superman. That's a big throne.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have, and they're like, it's really kind of campy and tongue in cheek. Can you do that? Can you make him like the overly obnoxious, super helpful Boy Scout? I'm like, oh, we can do that. Just lift the eyebrow and do this all the time. So that's kind of what we did.
Like, done. Yeah. Rubber stamped.
Stamped, yeah.
And then in true nepotism, you said, cast my wife as Wonder Woman.
No,
you did. It's not, just like in Infamous when you said cast her in that too.
It's not true. It's not true. Actually, Laura and I will come in separate times on all these projects, and it's a rare thing that we get to work together as much as we do. But we don't. We actually play really well off of each other. You'd think that.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah, because she beats me at home.
Jesus.
I know. But no.
It's not your fault.
Can I have a little cry when this is done? Maybe a hug.
Sure.
Actually, I was so glad to finally make it on the show. I brought you a gift. Speaking of Laura.
Gift to Up at Noon?
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember, but on Twitter a little while ago, right after Second Son launched, there was a thing, and I said, man, Fetch is hot, and you were like, especially when she makes out with Troy Baker, VA, which I let it slide. I gave it a second, but after that, you're like, there's got to be some chemistry there. That sort of connection doesn't exist without something being there.
Because it's his wife and his best friend.
It's true. And I tweeted you, I said, I'm coming up at Noon just to mercilessly revenge flick you in the nads.
You did say that.
So to make good on that promise, in an effort of bromance, I found something.
Okay.
I feel like I don't really know somebody until I give them a good tallywhack.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a locker room thing.
Sure.
So I have a couple of options as weapons. You got a racquetball.
Wow, God.
And I think the thing is we just
BTW. That's how foreign sports are to me. That he's like a racquetball, and I'm like, I've never held one of those. How hard is a racquetball?
So it's not. It makes that good sound
Yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah.
So I went on. I forget where I got him, but we just need to make sure that we outline what your.
Damn, you were serious about hitting me in the nuts.
What your target is, yeah.
Okay.
There's a good target here, and there's kind of the Europe-British version there, and then your classic one. And I think they're our size.
You think so? You try them on?
Yeah, so I kind of want to get one of these on you, and we'll get one tag each, and if you get it on the first one, maybe you get an extra.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds fine to me, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go to that. So who's going first?
I believe it's your home turf,
yeah.
right? So
I'm the one who I insulted your family.
That's right.
So I don't
really know how the rules of chivalry work, but you get to pick from
Okay.
either of my balls, the shaved or non-shaved.
I'm going to go for your unshaven ball.
Unshaven ball.
Yeah. This is shaven.
Yeah. I feel like I got to go hands. Oh, unshaven.
Yeah, I want your unshaven.
You want the manly one.
We're the best juggling act this city's ever seen. All right, so now we're look at me.
Look at you?
We're not doing this,
oh,
right?
No, Jesus.
No, okay. We're coming in like this.
Right, yeah, we're coming in underhand.
Right. How hard are you going to throw it at my balls?
I don't know, you got to figure it out for yourself, Greg.
Damn it.
I'm giving the camera everything. You missed.
All right. Can I get a warm-up?
Right thigh, you missed.
I just thought you hang low and lazy. I was trying to help you out. All right, here we go. Gotta focus.
Oh.
Did I get close?
You
Grazed
yeah,
it?
it was okay. It's a little, yeah.
All right.
A little on the righty.
See, the thing about me missing is I have this is somebody who's got a blood vendetta gives a gun to the guy who didn't even know there was a blood vendetta.
Right.
Now you're out to kill.
Yeah, your honor.
And I was just to maim you and get away.
Your honor is pure at this point.
All right.
Just gotta maybe a little. I gotta know my target. All right. Are you ready? You ready for a little love?
Yeah, sure.
Why? Oh, it's coming. Oh!
even worse. That's even worse.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
God, now I don't feel so bad about
I gotta
trying to
get
hit
the
your
second
long
one.
schlong.
Ready? Oh!
No, you missed
Lower
again.
right?
You get one more. You
All
get
right.
one more.
This is harder than I thought.
Right?
Oh!
Like that one felt like it missed it first, and then it like
It got
went
the
up and
undertuck?
underneath. It went up and had the spin
A
on it.
little hug. A
wasn't
little
expecting
bullseye
this
hug. A little bullseye hug.
It was the underneath move
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got me in the end.
That's harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I put a lot of stake in your package. You know.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm
sure I
glad
take
somebody
care of it.
does. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Travis Willingham. He's in a million video games. Lego Batman 3 is out this November. Clap now. Thank you to Travis Willingham, Marty Sleva, and you, my audience. If you want to be in that audience, go.ign.com/up@noon for details. As always, I'll be answering comments the first hour. This video is live, so come tell me your favorite Travis Willingham story. Mine is when he hit me in the nuts. You just saw it 2 seconds ago. It's painful. We'll be back next week with a whole bunch of cool guests, but until then, I'm going back to bed. DaveFanoy.com.